Did I do it? Am I live? Oh, I can't see anything. I've not used OBS before. Hello? Oh, balls, what is going on? I don't know if it worked. I don't know, is it? No. Hang on. Oh, I did do it! Oh, thank you so much. I think there's a bit of a delay. Oh, there you go. Oh, me mum's here. That's good. Hello, everyone. Oh, look at that. Oh, lovely, look. Yes. I think there's a bit of a delay, about, I don't know, 10 seconds or so. Oh! Let me have a look. Who's there? Oh my God, there's so many people here. I wasn't expecting. Oh! No, I'm nervous. Okay, let's have a... can you hear me all right? It's not... Because I know when I did a Twitch one, I deafened everyone for the first sort of 20 minutes. Green screen? This isn't a green screen. This is my living room. Welcome. I thought I'd go in here because I've got lots of space. The fairy cave is very small, and there's so many of you here, so I want you to all have enough room. Hello, Ron. Hello, everyone. Oh, look at that. Oh, here you go. You know I'm home. Oh, 6 seconds is the delay, is it? Good, look at that. Oh, hey, Melissa. Hey, Norbert. Oh, there's so many people here. Dana, David, Lonesome Twin, yes, hello. Oh, okay, so the sound's all right, yeah? You can hear me. If it is, I'm gonna take these off because my ears pop when I get nervous. It's a bit of a curse, and I am a bit actually. So yes, let's get cracking, everyone. I'm not naked. I have shorts on. Just thought I'd put that out there now. I get hot when I'm nervous too, and I'm gonna whip these off. And we are ready for action. So it is absolutely wonderful to have you all here with me today. Welcome to this vocal lesson in which we are going to be learning how to sing Leave the Door Open. Now, I've been, as I said in my little video telling you all that I was going to be here, I've wanted to do something like this with you all for so long. But, oh, hang on a minute, there's an echo. Oh, bloody hell. Right, hang on. Let me, I think I know what that is. No, yes, I do. I've got settings here. Settings, yes. Voiceover. All right. Okay. Oh, it's loading. The sound should change now. If it has changed, let me know. I'm gonna siren counter 1. Yeah, keep a siren counter. That'd be good. I'd like to know. Usually it's every 10 minutes, but it is a Sunday, so we should be winding down with the accidents. Outside, I don't know if there's a correlation between accidents and days. Someone would know that. So to answer your question, yes, I did get a new computer. Thank you so much. I got a new computer because I had a very generous situation on Buy Me a Coffee, which is the page where you can donate towards my production of my work, my livelihood. Because of all of that, I've managed to get a computer, and I've also managed to get a mic for my camera as well. So, because the audio quality of my videos is, it's at times it's unsavoury, it's a bit, tinny, but not anymore. The next one that's going to be out is going to be, it's going to be good. So yeah, sorry I haven't been as present as I would like to have been. I've been a bit ill. January is generally sick month for a lot of people, I find. A bit of mucus in the old tract region, and then a bit of in the old serotonin region as well was slightly lacking, but we are good now, and we are here and ready to go. Is there still a bit of echo? Oh no! It's intensified. Is it? Bloody hell! Can't do anything right, can I? Oh no. Right, let's try. I'm going to try one more thing. And then if it's still bad, then wait, can I mute my computer phone mic? I don't know, mate. Let's see. I can change it to audio input capture. There, I can change that. This is so bloody complicated. I'm a woman on the edge here. Right. Right, now. Is that better? There's a delay, isn't it? So I won't know if it is or not for a while. So a lot of people are here for Dimash. And I'm quite confused because I stipulated quite clearly that it would be leave the door open. But you know what? Funny you should say that because as I was having a shower, because I thought I'd better spruce myself up because it's been a while since I've seen you all. I thought it would be nice to do because I've been going on for a while that I'm going to do an hour-long reaction of Dimash. I've got an Archers here for anyone that's interested. I'm not classy enough for wine, so cheers. And I think I would actually, the next thing I'm going to do is something to do with Dimash, a lesson. How to sing like Dimash is my most popular request. So I will do that. Oh no, it's not gone, but it's better. Okay, right. Do you know what? Let's just let's just carry on. Oh, thank you, Eduardo. Okay, right, let's go. Anyway, so yes, I'm going to teach you all how to sing Leave the Door Open by Silk Sonic today. And we're going to start that now. For any of you that have just joined, you've timed it perfectly because everything up until now was utter bollocks. So let's get cracking. We are going to start with a warm-up. We're going to go through the melody. Then we're going to kind of sing it all together. And then I'm gonna answer some questions, if that's all okay. All right, so if I don't answer your question straight away, it's because I'm just, again, I'm doing my best. I'm gonna try and do this. I've not done it before. So let's go. Right, you can sit or you can stand and sing. I actually do have a preference. When I'm learning or actually working on my voice and training it, I prefer to sit down just because I can feel a little bit more grounded energy-wise. And this personally gives me the opportunity to focus a little bit more. When we're training our voice, when we're actually working on the component strengthening and trying to figure out where everything's going, it's much better to be comfortable than anything else. I know there's a lot of rules like you've got to stand up because of your diaphragm and stuff, but that's actually not necessarily true. You can get a lot of diaphragmatic movement and everything sitting down as long as you sit properly. So, I mean, it's probably undesirable to do any kind of like slouching and weird stuff like that. But if you can sit in a position where you're kind of like at a right angle and your knees are below your hips, you're going to have more than enough room to take in some breath into your tummy. Which brings me on to my next point. Breathing for singing. Very important to start a warm-up with a bit of conscious breath work. So let's get cracking. If you're sitting, I would like you to sit on your hands, root down through your sit bones, and feel connected to your chair. All right, so you should be in like a hard chair is preferable. If you're standing and you want to stand, that's absolutely fine. Instead, you want to take a time to root down through both of your feet. Imagine there's roots growing out from each of the soles of your feet, and then from the hips below, you are anchored, and from the hips above, you are free to, do all the stuff. So here we go. Let's take a breath into our belly. I want you to put one hand on your chest. And this is what I call a cupcake hand. So it's like you're holding a cupcake. And, and we're gonna keep this hand, keep pressure on the chest here. The other hand is gonna come to the belly. So as you can see, we've got two hands working. This hand is not gonna move. This hand is gonna move. You wanna make sure that the belly is coming forwards. Okay, to take in an inhale, and then you're going to bring it in. All right, so let's bring the belly in. Amazing. Check to see this hand. Make sure it's not coming up. We don't want any Destiny's Child kind of things going on here. Let's bring the belly out again. Inhale. All right, good. Shush it out. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Shush it out. Good. One more. Inhale, big belly. Exhale, shush it all out. All right, and relax. Very good. So don't worry if you didn't pick that up straight away. If you've been singing for a very long time, you are probably used to this mode of breath, or if you do like meditation and yoga, belly breathing should be a familiar concept. However, if you're not, you will get it. It might just be if you've been breathing into your chest for the whole of your entire life. It's just rewiring that process. So stay with it. If it is something that is very difficult and you practice it for a very long time and it's still just like that, then this exercise is really good. What that does is it turns on the correct muscles, and you actually set up a little bit of a positive cycle of breath coming in, because you don't take any conscious breaths at all. It kind of just, the belly just kind of fills up for you. All right. Okie dokie. Anything else with it? Okay, Wolf Tube, you've been breathing all day. Yes, I hope so. But breathing where? Where's your breath been going? All right, so let's move on. We've established the breath. Now, singing as a process, I like to think of it as power, source, filter. Okay, so the power, where the power comes from, the source, which I like to call the party zone, where the voice is actually produced, where the folds flap, and then we've got the filter. So once we've fueled this beautiful voice and it's tingling and making beautiful voice vibrations, it's got to go somewhere, right? So it isn't always good enough just to assume that the voice is just gonna leave the correct holes in the correct way. Sometimes it doesn't. So after we actually tap in with this source of the sound, we're gonna need to shape it. All right, but let's not run before we can walk. Let's make sure we work on our source part of the voice right now. So, as you know, if you're here, you already know that we've got a left vocal cord and a right vocal cord, and we know that they flap. And what we want to try establish in a warm-up, in a vocal source warm-up, is a efficient, economic oscillation of our vocal cords, all right? Because sometimes if we haven't took the time to do that, what happens is we use way too much breath or not enough breath, and we get the dreaded strain, okay? And we will strain from all kinds of places. We will strain in, as you know, the sternocleidomastoids. We're going to strain in the other scalene muscles, all of the muscles in the neck, the cricothyroid, everything's going to be like, and it's going to squeeze, your pharynx is going to close, and then it's game over, good night, you're going to have a lie down. We don't want that. We want to keep singing. So we need to make sure that the voice is used to working effectively. Now, the best way to do that is to perform semi-occluded vocal tract exercises. Now that sounds very fantastic and crazy, but it's actually a very simple concept. What that basically means is we put an object in front of our source, in front of our voice, and that means that when all the little voicey vibrations come up towards the lips, they've got something to bounce off of, right? And this kind of encourages the voice to work more effectively. It doesn't have to work as hard. Okay, so that will result in your voice being produced calmer. Therefore, you're not going to have the temptation to push or squeeze or anything like that, because your voice is just sort of making its vibrations. It's hitting here and it's going, oh, that's nice, and getting a regular pressure here. So what we are regulating is something what we call subglottal pressure as well, the pressure that comes underneath the folds. So I know that's a lot of jargon, and jargon isn't necessarily helpful, but we're creating a happy vibration, sensation in this nation. Sensationally today. Okay, so let's begin. Our first semi-occluded vocal tract exercise, we are going to perform the humble hum. Okay, so let's keep our shoulders down. we're going to remember to take breath into the belly, and we're going to use this power up into the source and stop it at the filter process. And it goes like this. Very nice. Let's do that again. Take a nice deep breath into the belly, shoulders down. Hopefully you've noticed some buzzing behind the lips. Hopefully you can feel that voice like, yay, let me out. And you're like, no, I won't let you out because I still need to warm you up. So let's do one more. Pick a different note. It can be anything you want. You can harmonize with me if you're feeling fancy. Whatever note just feels normal. Here we go. Good. All right, so hopefully we can visualize that power source filter process beginning to warm up. We're going to move on to another semi-occluded vocal tract exercise. This time we are going to do the lip trill. If you've done any voice lessons before, you've done a lip trill, I can pretty much guarantee it. It's this. Okay, so this doesn't come naturally to everyone. It doesn't mean that you can't do it. It just means that everyone has a different shaped face and different slackness in their lips and all that kind of stuff. So what we can do until this feels comfortable, my fairy voice children, is put our fingers here. Ew, that's graphic. And poke in, and you can sort of play around with different points until it feels good. All right. Someone said that vibrato is hard to do. Don't worry about vibrato in that previous exercise, by the way. It's something that might come out. If it doesn't, don't worry, just stay open. All right. I'll answer questions at the end. I'm just distracted. Oh, sorry, I'm just going to pop that there. Okay. Right, lip trills. Here we go. We're going to start off not with notes, but with shapes. I like to start warm-ups with shapes rather than notes because sometimes we get so obsessed with pitch and making sure that we're not flat, like, oh, it's flat me with this and that. And warming up your voice shouldn't be about that. It should literally be about sending vibrations into the anatomy. And so it's purely anatomical. It doesn't really matter what it sounds like. It's all about how it feels. So we're going to draw a candy cane shape with our notes on our lip trill, okay? So in my range, that's going to sound like this. Okay? But in your range, it might sound something very different. If you've got a very low voice, that'll be like, you know, obviously I haven't, so it's not going to sound like that for me. Or if you've got a very high voice, you're going to start higher than me as well. So let's do some little candy cane situations with lip trills. Here we go. I'm not going to use my hands, but if you want to, you can, and that's absolutely fine. All right. Beautiful. Don't forget about that lovely, powerful power in the belly, keeping the chest down. We're going to make this candy cane a little bigger now. If this is like starting to crush your soul and you're hating it and you hate lip trills and they're the worst thing ever, then you're wrong. No, I'm joking. You can try a hum instead. We know we can hum. We can all hum. Don't tell me you can't hum. Right. Let's do one more bigger candy cane. Here we go. We're going to use all of our range now without pushing. If you do like a like, it totally doesn't matter. We love those. Fantastic. I hope your lips feel trilled and everything is starting to flap and coordinate. Terrific. Right, now, the next thing we're going to do, another candy cane, this time one more semi-occluded vocal tract exercise. We are going to do, what should we do? Zzz or vuv. All right, so here we go, 3 vuvs. Like you're going to say volcano. That was really trembly how I did that. Let's do it. Second one. Good. Last one, gorgeous. Here we go. Look at that. Now, well, our voice is warm, isn't it? Is it? Mine is. I don't know. Tell me. But I might not see because we need to carry on with this warm-up and I'm going to do questions at the end. Questions at the end. Okay. Gosh, I'm having a good time. Sorry, I'm very distracted. Oh, someone's just told me they can mix an F-sharp 5. You knew that was going to distract me. Look, I'll talk about your F-sharp 5 in a minute. You can come on Zoom and show me at some point. Ventus, because I'm always impressed that I'm mixing an F-sharp 5. Right, we are now going to employ the use of notes. Now that our anatomy is in check, we can start thinking about creating a nice sound, and we're going to work on the filter process of our voice a little bit more. Now, a very significant part of the filter process of our voice is our tongue. The reason being, the tongue, fun fact, starts here. All right, so the root of the tongue starts here, and I can prove it to you. If you poke your tongue out all the way, that ridge will go. Do it again. Ridge went, didn't it? It's because it's your tongue. Tongue's all the way down there. And what else is all the way down there? Well, your larynx. Your larynx is all the way down there. So the tongue is very close to the larynx. So obviously, tongue positions are gonna impact laryngeal movements. Not only that, but we also need the tongue to articulate words. And in the type of singing that we're going to be doing today, we are going to need words. You know, not all type of singing has words. Sometimes it's all just open vowels, but most sort of Western popular music contains lyrics. Lyrics, might I add as well, that are quite difficult to say. You know, there's a lot of mouthy movements. What you doing? Where you at? You got plans? Don't say that. My tongue is like... So we need to be aware of it. What we're going to do is just scope out our mouth quickly and see what different kind of places that we have. First thing we're going to do is the tip of the tongue behind the front teeth on the alveolar ridge. So just feel that with your tip of the tongue there. Good. Nice. Now just feel the dome, the roof of your mouth here. Yeah. Nice. Creepy. And then with your thumb, you can actually feel your soft palate, which is at the very back of your mouth. You can kind of spongy bit. I feel how it moves. It's kind of crazy. Good. That's our filter process. Let's put it to work. We're going to start with the sound nya. Oh, I've had a marriage proposal. Lovely. Very nice. Okay. Let's start now. Some of you, if you've done any kind of group lessons before, or one of those download my vocal lesson course for £200 and here's all my vocal lessons, download them, you probably will be familiar with like female key, male key. If this isn't a good key for you, jump up the octave. No, I'm not about that. I'm not about that life at all. I don't believe in the whole female key, male key thing because, I mean, I've been lucky enough to teach over 1,000 students. I don't know about thousands, but definitely over 1,000. And I can tell you that a male voice and a female voice, I mean, it is way more than that. I've taught men, if you're here, Luisha, that can mix B flats. Yes, Luisha can mix a B flat. And, you know, I've taught women that can hit low A's. That's right. So, I mean, we're all beautiful and unique and our voices are no exceptions. So I'm going to start low in like a bassy kind of range with this exercise, and then you join in whenever you're ready. Try it. Once you feel like you're starting to come into your range, if you've got a higher voice or whatever, then think, oh, actually I'm going to give this a go. If it's still like, then all right, leave it and then try again. And if it's like, like, oh yeah, I get that one. That's good. All right. I am, however, going to demonstrate an octave up because I can't obviously sing bassy notes due to my limitations and my pathetic small vocal cords. No, my vocal cords are fine. They're all fine. Let's start here. Wonder who the lowest singer is in this session. Can you hit this note? Anyone hit this note? If you are not sure if you can hit that note, give it a little hum. But an octave below that. Yeah. Anyone hit that? Good. Right, if you can, fantastic. We're going to start here. And we're going to step down in a little arpeggio. So for those of you that don't know, an arpeggio is like the ba 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 1 3 5 8 5 3 1. Words hard to say. Right. So here we are then. It's nya. Don't know if I said that already or not. I'm just having such a good time. Nya 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 nya. Again, if this is too high, don't do an octave up because I want you to make sure that you're starting in a place that's low enough. If you start an octave up, you're going to end up very octaves up, and it's all going to be out of control. So you're going to sound like you're I don't know. It has to feel good. So here we go. Nya, 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 nya. Good. Moving through those mouth movements. Nya, nya, nya. Make sure you've got the ya in there. You're open to the ah. Make sure you're having a great time. Don't forget about your breath. Everyone forgets about the bloody breath. The breath's got to come in the belly. And just because we're not obsessing about the breath, don't forget about it. The breath will never forget about you. So, you know, stay with it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and nya, 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 nya. Good, move up. Where are we now? Nya, 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 nya. Nya, nya. Nya, nya. Good. Nya, nya. Good. Baritones, you should be able to join in. Nya, nya, nya. Nya, nya, nya. Nya, 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 nya. Nya, 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 nya. Tenors, you should be able to join in. Nya, 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 nya. Nya, 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 nya. Altos can join in. Nya, 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 nya. 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 Good, sopranos should definitely join in now. Nya, 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 nya. Keep it really, really whiny. Nya. Nya, 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 nya. Nya, 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 nya. Nya, 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 nya. Nya, nya. Nya, 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 nya. Keep going, this is getting a bit high for me now. Good, let's come down. This time I want you to come down on, what shall we do? Meow. Because someone said that, is this a singing lesson for cats? Sure. Meow. Here we go. Meow, meow. Use your face. Meow, 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 meow. 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 Use your face. Meow, 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 meow. And your belly. Meow, 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 meow. 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 Keep it moving. Good. All right. Very nice. Let's have a little check in here. Who's done? Someone's done. That's fine. All right. Your range is 3 notes. 3 notes is fantastic. You can do a lot with 3 notes. A lot, actually. Frank Sinatra had a famously limited range, actually. About an octave, I think. I could be wrong. But yeah, have a sip. You shouldn't really drink Archers in your singing lesson. You should drink water. And lemon and ginger tea. Okay, that's going to be stuck in your head all day, GT. That's good. That's good. Let's have a little stretch out of the pharynx. And how do I stretch my pharynx? Well, a multitude of ways, but we're going to do something quite vulgar, and we're going to make a nice big open sound with our tongue, like this. Again, that candy cane shape, whatever feels comfortable. Beautiful. All right, now we've had a nice stretch. We've got some notes in our arsenal. We shall now move on to a little resonance placement and get really in with this filtration process here. So we're going to try E, A, R. Okay, so on that R, we're going to drop the notes and sit into a really nice comfortable place. We're going to start in the middle of our range, lifting the tongue up high on E, relaxing it on air, and dropping it on R. Okay, so here we go. So this is if you're like an alto-y kind of range, then you might want to start hearing me E. But then also if your range is quite low, then you can start down here if you want to. Most singers should be able to hit this note. E. Okay, so we're gonna try. What's that? Yeah. Good. So do E. All right, let's move it up. E. Yes, good. E. But if you keep going, if you can. I'm just a bit dry and running out. Right, go on, take over. You're a braver person than me. Don't strain. Very good. All right, now one little check-in with our thin fold. So that was all quite thick. Let's try a wee. Let me hear it. Wee. All right. So, okay, someone said I was very loud. Sorry about that. I hope your ears are all right. Christ. Should come with a warning, shouldn't it? Well, you should know me by now. I'm terrible at all things tech. Any specific question? Oh, Christ. Your cat's looking at you. But I mean, Daphne looks at me funny all the time. Let's see if she's here anyway. Daphne, come here. We'll see if she turns up. Right, anyway, let's get to it then. Leave the door open, shall we? Oh, gosh, that was another... I'm doing it again. Why am I insistent on destroying everyone's cochlea? I don't know. That's the only part of the ear I know. And the ear, I could have said eardrum, couldn't I? There's always one. Bloody hell. Right, leave the door open. Good. All right, so power source filter, a combination of these things combined with a zesty attitude are gonna help. There you go. Right, let's think about it line by line. I'm gonna sing the first verse for you, and I am gonna really exaggerate the movements, and I want you to start to pick up where I'm moving my mouth. Now we know power source fit, we understand that process. I want you to have a look and see if you can identify anything that I'm doing deliberately, and then I'm going to tell you, and then I'm going to show you how. So, what key is this in? I think it's, what are you doing? Someone says, do I have perfect pitch? No, I have relative pitch. I was in an orchestra for a very long time, and obviously when we tune, it's A. You just hear A. So A is in my A. Like, I can hear A, and then I work all the notes out from A. I can do it quite fast now, but no. I don't have the gift. Oh snap, those lyrics are say baby. I thought they were sipping. Say baby, say baby, say baby. Did you know that? I should have researched that as soon as I'm doing a whole bloody live stream on how to sing this song, but you know, we can't. Alright, so we got, what you doing? Where you at? Oh, you got plans? Don't say that. I'm sipping wine in a robe. I look too good to be alone. My house clean, my pool warm. I'm just shaved smooth like a newborn. We should be dancing, romancing in the east wing and the west wing of this mansion. What's happening? Alright, so a couple of things that you might have noticed that I did there was move through the vowels like I'm moving them through something, okay? Like, what you doing? is not hot. Well, it could be, I mean, whatever floats your boat. But it won't help you to create a nice together sound. It's very tempting to sing this song too breathy. What you doing? Where you at? Because it's all just kind of separate. And so what we've got to do is try and get some closure in the vocal cords. Otherwise, it's just going to sound like you're gasping. And gasping is, we don't want to do that, do we? So let's try and make sure our onsets have a little bit of fry. So the note is consistent, any note you sing is consistent of three components: an onset, a sustain, and an offset. The beginning of the note, how you sustain the note when you're on it, and then how you come off. So for all of these phrases, say the onset of the phrase, as we'll call the phrase a note because they're quite small. The onset of the phrase is sustain of the note and the offset. We're going to get a little bit of a fry. We're going to get a little bit of a fry to begin the note. We're going to sustain it with kind of like a normal balanced kind of speechy voice. It might go a little breathy naturally because that's the nature of fry. It sets us up for breathiness. Don't worry about that. And then for the offset, how we're going to finish the note, we're just going to kind of throw it away and drop our larynx down. All right, so let's go through that. What you doing? Where you at? Oh, you got plans? Don't say that. I'm sipping wine in a robe. I look too good to be alone. My house clean. Now here, as we're moving through the song, that is gonna get a little bit much. It's kind of sexy for a while, and then there is such thing as too sexy. So we're gonna close a little bit more for this next section. My house clean, my pool warm. You hear my offsets are getting a little bit stronger. So we're going to do that by making sure that we close the end of the words. My house clean with the tongue, my pool warm with the lips. Just shaved, tip of the tongue behind the alveolar ridge. Remember that from earlier? And then I did a little smooth like a newborn because I really like that backing vocal. Now, obviously, if you do every single, like side note, if you do every single backing vocal, oh, you got plans, don't say that, shut your trap. I'm saying, A, you're going to run out of breath, and B, I mean, yeah, again, it's just, I don't know. But that backing vocal in particular is nice to add in if you're feeling fancy. So, just shaved. Now, if you want to try that, we're going to lean on the smooth, and we're going to do a little flip. So let's try that. Just shave smooth. Ooh. Ooh. So strong. Ooh. Pull it back. Just shave smooth like a newborn. All right. Now, invitation. If this is feeling a little bit high and your voice is low, then you can actually sing this an octave down. What you doing? Where you at? Oh, you got plans. Don't say that. That's fine too. But anyway, any specific questions before I move on? Obviously, this is delayed, so I'll move on and then I might have to stop if anyone has got any questions. Okay, good. Alrighty. Let's move on. So let's rewind slightly. My house clean. We're gonna make it stronger. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. My house clean, my pool warm. I just shaved smooth like a newborn. We should be dancing, romancing in the east wing and the west wing of this mansion. What's happening? Now, how do you do mixed voice is a question. So mixed voice is... My approach on mixed voice is basically every single voice that you sing is mixed voice unless it's falsetto. I have a strange, well, not strange, my pedagogy does, I don't talk about chest voice and head voice at all. So I don't really talk about mixed voice that much either. I believe that everyone's voice can be a blend of everything. I don't want to get too much into the chest voice, head voice discussion because it's long. So, but we can cover mixed voice another time. But basically, what you're probably trying to do is lighten up what you would consider a chest voice or thicken up what you would consider a head voice. So what you can do is just do everything whiny, and then everything will start to be blendier. If it's less whiny, like, oh, it's going to be very two distinct voices. But if you add a little bit of whininess to it, you'll find you'll be able to navigate the break, basically. So that's a very small explanation about mixed voice. And how does Bruno achieve the dark yet powerful tone? Well, I believe he achieves that with an open pharynx, open space down here, so it's not very twangy. It's not, what you doing? Where you at? Oh, you got plans. So twang is that technique that makes it that kind of whiny sound. And Bruno Mars doesn't really add that much twang. Instead, it's quite a thick, closed sound with an open throat. So that is why I think Bruno Mars has a smoky tone. And you can practice this, thickening up the voice with lots of hums. I'm going to give you another quick drill that's just come into my head as well. Say if you're still struggling with this. If you put your thumb between your lips, that is a really nice way to build back pressure and keep everything open so that you can achieve notes without being too twangy. So if you do... I would say practice that, and then when you go to sing it again, you will notice hopefully a little bit more strength and balance in your voice as well. But let's move on to the chorus, okay? So to prepare ourselves for this chorus, we got to make sure that our voice is in the right position. It's going to be in a slightly different position than when we did the verses because it's higher. Now, an expert singer knows that in order for their voice to sound good on all notes, they need to approach it differently on all notes as well. If you maintain the same approach for this little chorus, I ain't playing no games bit, as you do for the verse, so you did, of this mansion, what's happening? I ain't playing no games, everyone that I... Bit much, I'm gonna start to cough. But if we can have a little bit of lift, we'll find that a little bit of lift in the resonating placement and a little bit of stretch in the folds, lifting the larynx a little bit maybe. Wah 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 wah. You see how that's lifted the sound as opposed to like what we did before, which was sort of like a little bit more dark. All right, I'm not saying completely twangy. We don't want a musical theatre, right? I ain't playing no games. That's not hot, but we do want to lift it a little bit. So let's try that drill. Wah. All right, nice big mouth. Wah 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 wah. Okay, hopefully that was good. And now we're going to use the articulators, all of this filter process, to try and apply what we did for wah with lyrics. Okay, so all we're going to do is add words, add mouth and tongue movements around the wah. So wah wah wah, I ain't playing no games, every word that I say is coming straight from the heart. So if you're trying to lay in these arms. Now, it might be quite tempting once you do the wahs, like, because this happens all the time, right? You do the wahs and you're like, wah, 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 yes, yes, I'm getting it. And then you add the words and it all goes to, sorry, it's weird comments. And it all goes to like, it goes back to how it was before. That is totally normal. It's to do partly with myelination. That is to do with like neural pathways being repeated and gaining muscle memory. Again, I can go off on that another time. It's quite, it's a very fascinating topic. Basically, new neural pathways that we send get covered in this stuff called myelin, and it basically insulates the little impulses that our brain gives us to work our voice. So if we do something the same time, or the same way all the time, like when we do I ain't playing no games, and we've myelinated that neural pathway, meaning this insulating stuff is being wrapped around the little neurons, then what happens is those signals transfer faster because they're insulated, but new neural pathways, like the one where we do I ain't playing no games, they're not insulated, so we need to do them loads of times, and that is basically what muscle memory is. So myelination, look it up, it's a super cool neuroscience and the voice is real, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, let's do the chorus, right? And then we're gonna go from the beginning. I don't know why I said that so staggered. I'm trying to like build tension in case you're bored. If you're bored, you don't have to stay. I hope this is helpful. I'm trying to not to read the chat thing at the minute, in case it distracts me. But yeah. I hope it's good. You can tell me if it's good anyway. And then I'll answer questions at the end. Right. Little stretch. Whatever you need to do. Chorus. I'ma leave the door. Oh, we've got a flip. Now, flipping is so fun. It's a transition between closed and connected vocal cords to separated vocal cords. And it's got that big kind of what I call a chunky little you know. So we're going to learn how to do that. Little drill. Ooh. Okay, if you're doing this, ooh, or like, ooh, don't worry. We're going to myelinate those pathways, fairy voice children. But until then, you're just going to think about strong. What's the opposite? Weak. Weak. See, that word is not even in my vocabulary because there is no weakness in it. Right. Ooh. We are. Okay, I want you to do that with me now. Nice and strong at the bottom. Ooh. Practicing this movement. Let's go. E. Ah. You got it? Let's try a new note. Let's go lower. Ooh. E. Ah. Good. We're doing ooh, e, and ah because there's different tongue positions and different filter processes, right? And that's obviously important as we discuss Powerful's filter. The filter is going to be in loads of different positions because words are all different sounding, unfortunately. Unless you're singing like, okay, that's really on a tangent. I'll do different vowels another time. They're different like vowel sets. But yeah, oo, e, ah covers pretty much most bases. So let's do one more for luck. Ooh. Do that with me. Ooh, e, ah. All right, now, have you forgotten about the breath? If you have, the breath didn't forget about you. Get back to it. Breathe into your belly. It's very important. It's very important. Right, here we go then, chorus. Same with the wah. We're going to do it on wah because it's in a similar kind of wah, 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 wah. For the I'ma leave the door. Do that drill with me. 1, 2, 3. Wah, 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 wah. Okay, we're going to transition that to wah, 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 wah. Preparing for that flip now. Wah, 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 wah. Do that with me. Wah, 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 wah. Now, ooh is a really nice vowel if you are new to this whole falsetto flip thing and it's kind of sounding a bit like ooh at the top. Ooh happens. It will get better. Just keep going. But until then, we're going to ooh it because when we ooh, we shrink the hole that the sound has to come out of. And remember when we were talking about that semi-occluded vocal tract thing, having more stuff in the way of your voice allows it to work more economically. So if we can do ooh, that's obviously going to make the voice work more economically than if we do ah. And now the vowel that we need on this song is open. So that's like quite an open vowel. If you're used to this, then you can control it. But if you're not, you might get leave the door open. And that's also fragile and beautiful in its own way. But we're going to do ooh. Wah, 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 ooh. Do that with me. Wah, 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 ooh. Good. Now the next one. Wah, 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 ooh. All right, did you get that? Let's do it again. That's I'ma leave the door open, girl. Okay. Breath has left the chat. Oh, that's too funny. Right, I'm not reading the chat though. Wah, 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 ooh. One more time. Wah, 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 ooh. Okay, now let's add words. If you're struggling, I want you to modify to this. I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door open. Kind of sounds a bit Scottish. It doesn't really. But it will help the sound quality. Who cares if it's open or open? Like, you know. I mean, you can turn it to open eventually, but this is just going to help you in the meantime. I'm going to do open with an O, but if you want to do ooh, you can do ooh. Right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door open, girl. Yes. All right. Now, let's move to the next part, which is wah, 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 wah. Okay, we're back up to this voice. So we're going to do the drill. Wah, 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 wah. Let's try and add the words if you got that drill. If you just want to stay with drills as well, it's totally fine. The words are a total bonus if you feel like you're ready. But if not, whys are good. That you feel the way I feel and you want me like I want you tonight, baby. All right. Now, we've got that flip again. Tell me that you're coming through. Actually, it's not a flip. It's all up there. So let's try that. We're going to do ooh as a drill. Ooh. Add the words. Tell me that you're coming through. Good. All right. Let's sing it from the beginning. We're going to sing it all together. Okay? Make sure you sing. I'll know if you don't. I won't. I don't have like a weird hacking VPN thing going on, but sing, please. It makes me happy when you sing. Right. From What You Doing. Ready? Say baby, say baby, say baby. I can't go for that, say baby. What you doing? Where you at? One says, oh, you got plans. Don't say that. I'm sipping wine, sip, sip, in a robe. I look too good to be alone. My house clean, clothes, my pool warm. Just shaved smooth like a newborn. We should be dancing, romancing in the east wing and the west wing of this mansion. What's happening? Why? I ain't playing no games. Every word that I say is coming straight from the heart. So if you're trying to lay in these arms, I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door open, girl. I'ma leave the door open, open. That you feel the way I feel, and you want me like I want you tonight, baby. How did you do? How did you do? I was going to do a full spin, but I remembered I have a mic there and I'm going to knock it over. Right, we're going to carry on with this second verse. Yes, we are. And it is the same kind of principle as the first verse. So we're going to be thinking, moving through those articulators. Remember when we prepped this, we did meow. We did nya. Okay? Moving through these. So it is not simply, oh, you're so sweet, you're so tight. Just so we kind of, you know, we're not going to just say, you're so sweet, you're so tight, I won't bite unless you like. It's not good enough if we apply it to actual singing notes, and we have to have some control there, right? You need to make sure that you're moving through those vowels way more than if you were to just say them, right? So you can practice saying them, like without notes, but move through the vowels. Ooh, you're so sweet, you're so tight, I won't bite unless you like. If you smoke, I got the haze. You see how I'm moving through there? Opening space, active. Yeah, that was very, that was probably the most British thing I've ever done. Right, anyway. Ooh, you're so sweet. Join in with me. Get your lyrics up. I can't share lyrics because I don't know how to use OBS, but, okay, let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. You're so sweet. You're so tight. I won't bite, unless you like. And if you smoke, I got the haze. And if you're hungry, girl, I got fillets. A little bit stronger. Ooh, baby, don't keep me waiting. There's so much love we could be making. Come on, I'm talking kissing, cuddling, rose petals in the bathtub. Girl, let's jump in, it's bubbling. All right, we're going to do that one more time. Invitation to do it on Baz. All right, as I mentioned in my reaction, I don't know why I said reaction like that. Anderson .Paak uses a lot of pressure behind the lips.
It's 6 o'clock.
Goodness me, so it is. I don't know if you heard that. If you did, sorry. That was an assault on the ears. Don't give up! Someone just said that. No giving up. David, stop being negative. No. What is the name of this song? It's Leave the Door Open. So to look up the lyrics, sorry. Yeah, right, David, come on, let's go. You're fine. We're gonna do Baz, okay? So instead of the lyrics, we're gonna do B with the vowels, all right? So I'm gonna start, and you're just gonna help me. Like, you're just gonna help me here. But we're gonna do this together, all right? 1, 2, boo, boo, bo, beat. Ba-ba-bye, ba-ba-bye, ba-ba-ba-bye, ba-baby bo, ba-ba-ba-bays, ba-baby-ba-bee, ba-ba-ba-ba-bays. Let's go. Boo, baby, bo, beep, beep, baby, ba-bo, ba-ba-bee, ba-bee, baby, ba-ba-bee, beep, ba-bee, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. How was that? Should we try it again with the lyrics? All right, come on. Let's do it. David, start singing. Let's go. 1, 2. Ooh, you're so sweet. You're so tight. I won't bite, unless you like. And if you smoke, I got the haze. And if you're hungry, girl, I got fillets. Ooh, baby, don't keep me waiting. There's so much love we could be making. Shaman, I'm talking kissing, cuddling, rose petals in the bathtub. Go, let's jump in, it's bubbling. Keep it going. I ain't playing no games. Every word that I say is coming straight from the heart. Up here. So, if you're trying to lay in these arms, I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door open. I'ma up. Yes, we did. Now, don't you panic. You can go up to narrow that embouchure even more. Embouchure meaning lips. I don't know why I say embouchure. I think it's all of the flute. I'm a flute player, by the way. That's how I got into singing in the first place. It's the flute. So I needed an obstacle before I sort of blown the flute. Then I blew out of not the flute with sound. So embouchure is just a word that I heard in flute all the time. But yeah. So narrow that embouchure, aka mouth, for I'ma leave the door open, girl. It will make it come out stronger. All right. D. Yeah, someone said if you're struggling, lower the octave. Wesley, yes. Bruno does sing higher than most guys. He does. And that is fine. That's his voice. You know, everyone's got a different shape folds. This is why I don't say male voice and female voice ever. If I do, it was an accident if I've ever said that. I don't like male voice, female voices terms because, like, you know, Bruno Mars can do things that many women can't do, and I've heard women do things that men can't do. And so, honestly, it's just what it comes down to is the anatomical components, the vocal cords and the larynx vary in size, right? Some people's vocal cords are longer. Yes, on average, men have longer and thicker vocal cords than women. But we're not average, are we? We're not average. We're all different. There's no such thing as average. So larynx size, if you've got a bigger larynx, your voice is heavier. If you've got bigger, longer, thicker vocal cords, you're not generally going to be able to sing as high. But yeah. All right, someone said I'm a burrito or something. David, yes. Yeah, David's still here, everyone. Thank goodness. We did it. We did it. Right. Well, what? I don't know. What was I doing? I don't remember what I was doing. What was I doing? Hang on. This is what happens when you have archers in your vocal lessons. I don't do this in my vocal lessons normally. But higher flip. Oh yeah, but we're narrowing embouchures for the higher flip. Okay, so let's do a little drill. I'ma leave the door open. Do 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 do. Get practice in this position. Do 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 do. See how much more resonant that is. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Not that that's silly. Ooh. All right. If you want to do the ooze, do the ooze. But if you're feeling like you want to graduate from ooze, then good. You can actually just move your embouchure here with your fingers on the words. I'ma leave the door open, girl. You know? Like, that works too. Actually, let's do that. It's kind of fun. I don't really do this much. I've done it before, but things slip my mind. Right. How about raspy voices? Hang on. I'll get to raspy voices. JSL Von, I will. I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door open, girl. I'ma leave the door open. Okay. And then to go back up, what are we going to do? Wah! And all of these tips, by the way, obviously we're using this song today, but you can apply these to like any song and they will work if it's the same kind of vocal colours. Like, for example, if you wanted to sing like you know, a lot of Bruno Mars songs are in the same kind of range. And yeah, you can apply this to anything. Say you did Smoking Out the Window. I don't remember it. What I remember is that bass line. That was so good. You got me smoking out the window. I don't remember it, but basically, you know. But you can apply wah to high notes, ooh to thin notes, and to low notes. All right. So do those drills. Words can come last. Now, where shall we go from, everyone? Right. I believe the door open. I believe the door open. The feeling can we get? Oh, the la la las. Shall we do that? Yes. Okay. Now. These, in my opinion, are the trickiest part of the whole song. It's extremely difficult to sing a la with the amount of strength that they did on this and it not to sound like shouting or very whiny. Now, we know this because the principle, as we know, is if you've got like a smaller space here, the voice can work more effectively. It doesn't have to work so hard. So when we do la, obviously, that's a massive space to fill up in the old mouth region, so our voice is going to have to work harder. Not only that, one little la is fine, but then we've got a la 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 pharyngeal manipulation. Oh, that was nearly cool. It was nearly cool. pharyngeal manipulation is what we need to do. Okay, so this is quite a complicated process here, but what we're going to do actually is think right? So I want you to think instead of Now, it's going to sound like but in your mind, you're not telling yourself because that's going to be too wide and you're going to have to try way too hard. If you think instead of see, it's subtle. It's a subtle difference. But both sound good in front of l. La, la. Right, so we're going to go for the narrower one. Okay, don't forget about the breath. Breath has re-entered the chat. Let's put the hands on the tummy to make sure it's reminded. And you can always come back to your cupcake hand. They call it the cupcake hand because it's like there's a cupcake in it. Cupcakes are good. So we're going to put the cupcake hand in here to make sure the chest doesn't come up. Oh, question. That looks like a good question. Oh, it worked. Yay, Wesley. You open your jaw slightly when you increase space when you pressed in. You open your jaw slightly, which increased space when you pressed in. Pressed in. Oh, what did I press it in, Dana? Tell me. I'm not quite sure. How do you know what your range? I can do. That's a good question. If you've got unintentional rasp, that means you're too tense or your air support isn't matching what you're doing, says Tyson Eli. Yeah, it could be. It could also be something to do with the actual folds themselves, like the actual vocal cords could be dry. But good advice. Yes. I need you, baby. Okay. All right. Here we go. La la la. Thinking la and not la. All right. 1, 2, 3, and la 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 la. I need you, baby. La 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 la. I gotta see you, baby. La 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 la. Girl, I'm trying to give you this. I don't know how they do that. I think it's falsetto, but it's backing vocal, so it doesn't count. Now, did that work? I hope it worked. If it did, let me know. If it didn't work and you're like, Christ, that was hard, and even you drop the octave as well if you hear la 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 la. That's sexy. Do that by all means. If that's sort of your voice range today. But if you're like nearly there, but it still sounds like a bit la la la, that kind of stuff, then what you might want to do is nah. N will make it easier because you have a little bit of, when you use the tongue, n, it builds up a little more back pressure, so you'll get a little bit more of a boost, like a little bit of a boost to see. Na, 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 na. You'll get more power, all right? Same goes for anything. Like, for example, if you do, don't make me close one more door. If you do, don't make me nose one more door. Don't make me nose one more door. Daphne noses doors when she wants to come in. I miss her, actually. Where is she? Daphne, come here, please. Daphne, I'm insecure. Daphne, help me, I'm being attacked. She's supposed to be a guard dog, but she's not. Where is she? A poor show. Right, that's the Lars. Good, let's move on. Okay, we're going to do the big belt. We are. This is, again, you can do it down here. I'ma leave my door open, baby. Where I'm going to demonstrate it upwards and I'm going to give you a little trick to help it. A similar concept to the Lars. We're not going to go, I'ma leave my door open, even though it feels tempting to do that. Check it out. See how much that strains when I go, I'ma leave my door open. Why is my neck now suddenly very small? That's not good. We don't want that. We don't want to... want to avoid that, right? So what we're going to do is modulate the vowel open. I'ma leave the door open, right? Because then it's not going to be as, because when we do this, it's switching on other muscles around here. And they are not going to help us. It's going to shrink on it. We don't want to ever want a shrinked neck. We want to shrink other things, like we can shrink the filter process, but we can't F with the source, all right? It's got enough to do. It's got a bloody enough to do. It's got flap folds. Your larynx has got to move. leave it alone. Don't start messing with this. This should never, no. If you need more strength, then we either need to make it more economical up here, or we just need to give it more breath, more support down here. All right. So before we modulate this, we are going to modulate the vowel. We're going to just check in with how we can use the body. All right. Someone's melted scissors. Deanna, why did you melt your scissors to the hop? Goodness me. Is that? Oh, that's I'm sorry to hear that. Daphne's not a guard cat. She's a guard dog. She's a ferocious beast. Okay. Ferocious chihuahua. Okay. So here we go. Using the belly. Now what you can imagine is you're wearing a corset and you're tightening the strings of the corset. That will give you what we call intercostal support. Support the muscles between your ribs, and when they come in, that will support your voice as well. Rather than really open, the voice is kind of like, the pressure is has less chance of being regulated. So we're going to bring the ribs in, bring the belly in. So imagine there's someone behind you tightening strings on a corset. I'm going to leave my door open. Okay? On there first. Na 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 na. Ready? Na 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 na. How was that? Good? You got it? Let's do it again. With the ribs. Corset. Big belly first. Na 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 na. Good. This head movement you can do and the arm movements you can do is totally fine. Just avoid this. No! You don't want to be off balance. According to Alexander technique, which is a very reputable technique to do with posture, you want to, oh, that's a loud slap of the old thigh. You want to make sure that your head is aligned with your shoulders, right? The head has got to kind of stay in the middle. So this, as you can see, is all fine. I've got a nice balancing of the old noggin between my shoulders. All is right. Oh, I can go back a little bit. Oh, it's still there. It's very good. However, if I do this, oh, no, we can't do that. That head is now very, very off balance with your center, right? So, we're going to get a lot of strain. And again, strain is what? Bad. So move the head left to right, kind of a little bit down, a little bit up. Move the arms, but don't do anything weird like that. Okay? Another na. Ready? 1, 2. Na 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 na. Carry on. Na 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 na. What is it? Na 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 na. Cool. Let's do that again. Ready? 1. From I'm gonna leave a door O, but no. Oh, nurse. Ready? 1. Na 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 na. Got it? Okay. Let's have a bit of I look like Amy Adams when I'm singing. Who's that? Oh, is it the woman that did the was in that Enchanted movie? Oh, thanks. I don't know about that. I think I get compared to Kristen Dunst and Jessie J as well, which is weird. But I think I don't know. I just think of myself more as like a human version of Elmo. Really, just like here for a good time, just fun, cuddly, I don't know, but whatever, I'll take it. Thank you very much, I'm flattered. Now, let's add the words, but we're going to remember to modulate those vowels down. Satan might knock and tell you to go, open baby, I'm lit, because it feels like we're going to have more power and it's going to be like more like, ugh, but it's not. It will sabotage you. We can't let Satan win, okay? So you've got to stay focused. And keep the vowels narrow. Your worst case scenario, this will happen. No, no, no! And you'll get that kind of crack thing. It's absolutely fine. That's normal. It happens. What that is you're trying to keep something very strong. And then something was off, you know, whether it be the breath, the vowel, I don't know, the direction of the wind, it could be anything. And your voice has decided to default into a more open core position and thin out. It's a transfer of muscles. Like to get very nerdy, it's the TA muscle, keeping your vocal cords thick being dominant, kind of, and a transfer to the CT muscle. For those of you that are into that. But yeah, basically, that's what that is. And that's not dangerous. What is dangerous, my darlings, is if you push to stop it from cracking. I'm not going to demonstrate because it's bad. But basically, it will be like, oh, baby, if you get anything like that because you're trying to stop it from cracking. Don't get me wrong. That's not like, distortion's allowed. Absolutely, but not strain. Distortion is the opposite of strain, actually, and I can get into that another time. But let's do it, shall we? Because this is the last bit now. And, oh, I love questions, but we've got to finish the song, and then we're going to go through it, and then I'll answer all your questions, right? So here we go. Hey, hey, ready? 1, 2, 3, hey, hey, I'ma leave my door open, baby. I'ma leave my door open, girl. And I'm hoping that you feel the way I feel, and you want me like I want you to know, baby. Tell me, no, that's thin, isn't it? Tell me that you're coming through. Come on, girl. We've got la la la's. Ready? 1. Keep it narrow. 2, 3, and 4. Let's go. La la la, la 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 la. I need you, baby. La la la, la 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 la. I gotta see you, baby. La la la, la 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 la. Something to do with what? Oh, we got woos. Okay, let's do the woos. Woo 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 woo. Woo 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 woo. That obviously it said woo 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 woo. I used the back pressure because that's what Anderson .Paak did, and I loved that very much. It's a good bit of advice. Woo 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 woo. It builds up pressure. And let's just finish with, girl, I'm here just waiting for you. Come on over, I'll adore you. All right, now, I did say in the description that I'm going to give you modulations if you want to make it even more difficult. Why the bloody hell not, you know? Express yourself, make it as difficult as you like. If you want to make it more difficult, you can add a little bit of scalic magnificence. It's a ridiculous way to say riffs. You can run off a few of the notes, right? So I can give you an example, a couple of things to play with. I don't know, where shall we add some? Tonight, baby. Oh yeah, and so the riffs, well, we'll add a little riff, why not? But another thing you can do, if you want to make it more impressive, is where a note is that you feel. What we can do is actually stretch that up to like another relevant note in the scale. So if you're feeling extra fantastic, you can try this note. Wee, wee, wee. Why am I doing E? Well, to make sure that it's easier to produce. E, 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 right? Wee, wee, wee. Voice doesn't have to work so hard. Okay, so let's do that note again. Wee, wee, wee. Wee, wee, wee. If that feels good, you can add that you feel the way I feel, and you want me like I want you to know, baby. And then you can run off. You know, all that comes up must come down, right? So if you go very high, it gives you an opportunity to come down further, and the more you have to come down, the more impressive your riff is going to sound because it's got loads of places to go. Yeah, you can try that. You can add that to your little version of the song, and then you want to make it even harder, and you want me like I want. Can we belt that? I don't know. Let's try. We're going to try. Wow! Can we do that now? Let's see. Give it a go. You can try the knee pump. This is a little technique to encourage your ribs to support. Wow! Wow! Like I want you to know, baby. Right? Instead of like I want you to know, baby. Yeah. I mean, that's a little bit much for me. I'm not much of a belter particularly, I like to sing low, just because I prefer the feeling, and I think that's important. You know, if you want to modify a version of this and you want to do quite a dark version, you totally can. Like, who says you have to belt everything? Like, belting's fantastic, but you can do like a, that you feel, oh, that was a burp, sorry. Oh, I'm done. And that you feel the way I feel and you want me like I want you tonight, baby. That's fucking great too. I wasn't supposed to swear. That wasn't really a swear word. Tell me that you're coming through. Tell me that you're coming through. I'm going to do a little bit more of an example just so you can see how you can modify this slow. Woo 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 woo. La 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 la. Girl, I'm here just waiting for you. Come on over, I'd adore you. Ooh, ooh. You can start to sit into that, and it sounds really nice as well. So, all right, let's sing it from the beginning, and then I'm going to answer your questions. Now, don't forget about the breath. It's coming here. Power, source, filter. Let's do it. Okay, ready from what you're doing? I'm going to put a backing track on. Actually, that'd be good, wouldn't it? Type all your questions now as well, because then I'm going to go through them, and I will answer as many as you can. It's going to be coming through my phone, so it's not going to be the highest quality audio in the entire world. Yeah, sorry about my burp. That was it was just unsavory of me. Right. Sing it with me. I'm going to try and do the backing vocals, and I'll let you do the lead sometimes, and it'll be like we're in band. We'll have our own little Silk Sonic going on. Oh, this is so fun! Okay, make sure you're grounded. Hey, you know what? I'm going to stand up for this, just to give you another alternative. If you want to stand up. What you doing? Where you at? You got plans? Don't say that. I'm sipping wine in a robe. Big mouth. I look too good to be alone. My house clean, my pool warm. I'm just shaved smooth like a newborn. We should be dancing, romancing in the east wing and the west wing of this mansion. What's happening? Why? I ain't playing no games. Every word that I say is coming straight from the heart. So if you're trying to lay in these arms, I'ma leave my door open. I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door open, girl. I'ma leave the door open, open. That you feel the way I feel and you want me like I want you to know, baby. Tell me that you're coming through. Ooh, you're so sweet, you're so tight. I won't bite unless you like it. I said the smoke, I got the haze. And if you're hungry, girl, I got fillets. Ooh, baby, don't keep me waiting. There's so much love we could be making. Shama, I'm talking kissing, cuddling, rose petals in the bathtub. Girl, it's bubbling, it's jumping. I ain't playing no games. Every word that I say is coming straight from the heart. So, if you're trying to lay in these arms, I'ma leave my door open. I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave my door open. Oh, this is so much fun. Sorry, I'm going to be serious now. That you feel the way I feel and you want me like I want you to know, baby. Tell me that you're coming through. Now, la la la, la 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 la. I need you, baby. La la la, la 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 la. I gotta see you, baby. La la la, la 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 la. Girl, I'm trying to give you this. Now prepare for this, all right? So use better. Hey, hey, I'ma leave my door that you feel the way I feel and you go on and on, babe. These comments. Tell me that you're coming through. La 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 la. I need you, baby. La. La 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 la. Girl, I'm here just waiting for you. Come on over, I'll adore you. Oh my god! I tried to do all of the backing vocals at the same time. Now, as you can see, don't do that. Yeah, that was super fun. Oh my gosh. Right. Again, I'm not naked. I have shorts on. They're short, but they're acceptable. Don't cancel me. I'm going to move in. And I'm going to see what's up. Right, actually, do you know what? Let's do a vocal cool down. Shall we? Should we do a vocal cool down? Yes, I love vocal cool downs. Right. We are going to do a nice light Okay, so start quite high. All right, we're going to do this as quietly as you possibly can. Good, and another one. Two more, here we go. Last one. Nice slow one now, quiet as you can. Hopefully your voice is feeling good, my fairy voice children. That was so bloody fun. I'm gonna faint. I won't faint, but I might. Okay, right, questions. How do I don't know how to say that. Someone, Catty, says, how do I rasp without straining my voice? That's a terrific question. And the struggle is real. Rasp is a gorgeous effect, and you can do it. It can be quite deceptive sometimes because we can hear singers that like have rasp all the time in their voice and it's naturally occurring. But the thing is about that is you don't necessarily know their vocal health habits, right? If you chain smoke, even if it's out the window, you might find that your vocal cords generally get very dry, right? So, and that would mean you're incapable of producing a clean sound. Would always be like, and you'll have like, oh my God, I burped again. I can't believe I'm burping so much on a live. Stop it, Lolly. Okay. Basically, yeah, obviously we can't replicate that unless we have poor vocal health, unless we have like really dry vocal cords. And obviously you don't want dry vocal cords at all because that's just not sustainable. So what we've got to do is kind of give the impression that the voice is a bit dry and husky without sacrificing the hydration of the folds. And can we do that? Yes, we can. We've got a bunch of techniques that we have access to. First of all is vocal fry, okay? So vocal fry is a technique, say these are your vocal folds, right? And then they close and you get a nice clean sound. But they can also slack and flap a bit as well. And that's what vocal fry is. So you can see there's kind of stuff going on between my voice. Now I'm in this kind of position. I can kind of modulate it so that it goes in and out of fry and then loads of breath comes through and then I bring the fry back in again and then I can close them, all right? So varying the slackness, varying the tension between the folds will create many different styles of rasp. Vocal fry, breath, and close, that combination of 3 different sounds is a really safe way to start. Like, for example, that really gorgeous song that I reacted to of Hayley Reinhardt when she did Creep. Like, when you were here before, I could look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. It's lovely, it's delicate. Vocal fry, that was vocal fry on sets. Breathy all the way in the sustain. And then some vocal fry offsets as well. Alright, so that is cool. In low notes. Now, but you're probably thinking, well, fantastic fairy voice mother, but how do I add rasp on my stretch notes? Now, that is a slightly different story. We still separate the folds, but it's a little bit more is at stake, right? Because they're not here anymore. They're here. And because they're here, the oscillations are more intense. So we've got to be very careful to open our vocal cords here, right? If you open tense vocal cords and you are feeling like you're not very confident or whatever, you might be like, oh no, that's too much breath, and then strain to hold it, like, whoa, right? And that's obviously not rasp, that's Satan. So we don't want Satan. And so then you get to the kind of hybrid between what's rasp and what's distortion. Well, distortion is basically, supraglottic distortion is kind of like, that process, the fry process, kind of, but more intense and way more stuff happening. Fry screaming, I will just say this, fry screaming is not vocal fry. That's a very common misconception. Like, to do an actual fry scream is not involved in it at all. You can't slack, you can't be like and then go into a fry scream. That doesn't work. So yeah, get comfortable with a distorted kind of raspy sound in your speech range first, and then work on your belt. If you can't belt it clean, you shouldn't be really distorting it. So make sure the notes that you want to be distorted, make sure that you can bang on hit them, belty, and then you can think about adding more breath, manipulating the space here. I would have, I don't necessarily want to say that. I would maybe avoid trying to belt higher notes just with the advice of tutorials and stuff. It's probably good for someone to actually assess your voice and see what you're capable of before you try and rasp or distort any belts. But what you can do, which is really nice, and something that I used to do when I lived in polite company, for bloody hell's sake, goodness me. Now I live alone, and so I can kind of do whatever I want. Not only do I live alone, but I also don't have domestic neighbours, just shops. So I can belt late at night because there's no one in the shops. So anyway, I'm going to show you what you can do if you want to, what was I going to say? If you want to practice distortion and you are scared that you might strain because you're obsessed with the sound of it. The reason why we strain usually is because we're worried that it's not going to sound good and we're going to be disgusted with ourselves. So you've got to kind of get over that. Scream into a cushion, my fairy voice children. That actually doesn't sound too bad, and it didn't hurt. That's my advice. That was sassy. That felt good. Right, volume down. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I keep yelling at you. Any more questions? I love you, Deanna, too. Oh, I love all. Oh my God. Thank you for tolerating me. I know I'm an absolute mess. Like, mess to the point where I wouldn't be able to tolerate me, so I live alone. Can you recommend an app that can pull off songs so I can sing over the original music? No, Kyuzo, but what is a really good app is iReal Pro. I don't know if you know it, but it's really good. It's basically, it is £10. You know, and I had to think about it myself. When I bought it, I think, bloody yeah, like, £10 is a lot of money for an app, but it's very good because it can it knows loads of songs and it comes up with chord sequences, and then you can change the key, and it works for loads of songs. Loads of, like, I used to use it when I did gigs and stuff. iReal Pro is an app that will play you backing tracks that you can transpose and stuff. Yeah. Oh, someone says that they applied for lessons. Oh, did I not? Oh, if you applied for one-to-one lessons and I haven't got back to you, I will get back to you. I 100% get back to everyone that applies. The availability is a little bit of a hot mess like me, but I do have I do have time sometimes. Does the wah-wah exercise modify placement? I sound more nasally, but anyway, yes! Paul Kevin, it does. It modifies placement. Yeah, wah, wah, wah will encourage the sound further back. It also might encourage more sound through your nasal passage, but that's because that's the position that we're set up with wah. So in terms of if you have more or less resonance through your nose, it's usually controlled by the soft palate. So the soft palate, that little spongy thing that we touched earlier, if that lifts, wow, oh, we have a lot of oral sound to the point where even when I do this, you can't hear any modulation because it's all coming out my nose. But if we change the position of that soft palate, I can add more. Oh my god, my nose is running, how embarrassing. I can add more sound through my nose. Wow. Okay, so there's loads of different ways to wah, and depending on what your anatomical kind of situation is and what you associate wah, because some people might do wah, some people might do wah, you know, but if it's encouraging more resonance out of your nose, that's just because when you're doing a wah, it's lowering the soft palate, and then there's more buzziness from the source allowed into this part of the filter, and that's perfect. So I'm sure it sounds terrific, Paul. Audacity. What are some good songs for you to analyze or voice with for the on-demand? Jeff, sing whatever you want, honey. Sing whatever you want. I usually would say if you're going to do an on-demand lesson with me, if for those of you that don't know, you can send me a video of you singing, and I will give you a 30-minute tailored lesson video for you to tell you exactly what you should work on. I would advise for you to step out of your comfort zone, because I think you're going to get more out of it. If you send me a video of you singing and it's already like, I was going to say the SH word. If it's already SHIT hot, then I'll just clap for 30 minutes. No, I won't. I'll give you stuff to do. But yeah, so, you know, send me a video where your voice breaks. Send me a video where you can't hit the notes yet. And then I can give you specific exercises to make that easier. Is there any way to accommodate going from chest to head without cracking so much? Yes, Kathleen, there is. Again, I don't use the terms chest voice and head voice in my pedagogy because I don't find them helpful, because chest and head is used to describe resonance placement, and it doesn't actually really depict what's happening in the folds themselves. And when I was told about chest voice and head voice, I found it really confusing, because I was like, where's my chest? Like, how many voices do I bloody have? You know, I have one, do I not? And they're like, no, you do. So I find those terms confusing. If you maybe try and consider that you have one voice, and that one voice behaves differently at all points of the stretchiness, because so when we go up, our vocal cords stretch, and when we go down, they slack, then you maybe will kind of have a little bit of a new approach, a refreshed approach, and think, okay, so a note that's right on the break, where it transitions from thick folds to thin folds, when it's like, ooh, 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 that break, you think, oh, that note's horrible. Okay, that's the note. So approach it from the top. Sorry, no, that's buzzy. See if you can strengthen it from that thin position, or maybe you can try and wah, wah. See if you can thin it out from a thick position, and then wah. You'll find that these breaks just are less frequent, you know. Are neural pathways something to consider while working on singing? Yes, then they are. They are, very much so. If you practice bass with bad bass technique, then you are going to myelinate pathways that put your fingers in the wrong position. Just like here. It's the same with any motor skill. If you are a very good driver, and you drive very, very well, and you change gear really fast, and you have really good technique with the clutch control, and you do that all the time, it's only going to get better, because you're going to myelinate those pathways further. Yes! Ah, dear. Right. Can you show us how to do flageolet? Flageolet. Yes, flageolet is another word to describe a whistle register, which is like, I don't know, like that kind of thing. doesn't come very naturally to me. I would approach flageolet or whistle or whatever. Flageolet is supposed to be above whistle, but I know it's the same kind of process. It's open. And it's just a little tiny stream of air that go between the chords, right? So instead of woo, where we get connection, we want woo, it transitions to the back and it's all open, all right? So if you want to get better at whistle, then you're just going to simply imagine your voice super teeny tiny at the back and stay there for a while. Wow! Wow! That kind of stuff. And if it might get dry. It definitely might get dry, in which case you've got to make sure you hydrate. This is a trick. It's not something that you like, oh, make sure you have good flageolet technique. Like, I mean, it's extreme and it's very specific, and you don't want to be singing flageolet or whistle for an entire song, for example. That no matter how you do it, it will feel dry because the nature of the sound, it's disconnected and breathy. So just practice it a few times and then come back to true fold singing, which is anything from wow, something where there's not much breath. Goodness gracious, us is bodacious. There is a lot of comments in here, and I don't know if I can answer any more now because I've already run over and I don't want to keep you all. I don't know who that is. Okay. I think we did it. I think we did it. We did it. We did our session. I got some questions in, and there will be a new video that I recorded a couple of weeks ago on my channel soon. So that will be good, hopefully. Hopefully you like that. And also I'm working on a singing video at the moment, and also I have a show coming up in London, where I live, that you can come to. And I'll let you know when that is if you want to come see me sing, if you can, if you want. Also, I'm going to be doing more of these workshops as well. I am going to do one about Dimash. I know that's why you're here. We're the Golden Boy. We will do lots of Dimash things. Now there is no beginner's version of Dimash. You will have to make sure that you're being very wary of your vocal technique if you're gonna try and learn a Dimash song with me. But do you know what? Let's do it. Let's learn a Dimash song, SOS or something else. You can give me your your advice, or what song you think we should do, what Dimash song. But anyway, yes, I am so grateful for you all being here today, and I really, really look forward to seeing you soon. It's been amazing sharing my Sunday with you. Honestly, you save me, all of you, quite honestly. I mean, it's having you guys here all the time supporting me, and like when you ask me about videos and stuff, it gives me a reason for living. You know, for a while it seemed like my only reason for living, so I'm serious. Like, I really appreciate your support. It means more to me than I could ever tell you, and it's, you know, having this Fairy Voice Mother channel, it has literally changed all aspects of my life, and I couldn't have it without any of you. So I love you really a lot, and I look forward to seeing you soon.